Hi, today we are doing a bridal look on Miss Murphy. It's going to be a very soft, simple look. We're going to do a very natural, soft eye, but with a little bit of drama. Very soft pink nude lip and a soft cheek, and probably highlight it a little bit so that she has that skin that glows whenever she's walking down the aisle. We're going to first start off with an eyeshadow application. Close for me. I'm going to use a concealer base. Reason, because it's more emollient and it's going to grab the eyeshadow off of the brush and give it a more intense look. Now we're going to start with the color called Vanilla. We're going to start it underneath the brow bone. And we're going to work our way down the same way we did with the concealer. We just want to make sure that we cover the whole eyelid with this color Vanilla. Taking it down to the lash line. We're going to start with the color called Orb, which is a soft matte pink. We're going to start this at the lash line in a patting motion. We want it to be a little more intense. I'm going to work this a little above the crease, but not up to the brow. Okay, open for me. So this is Vanilla and Orb that we have here. And we're getting ready to start in her crease area with a very light brown matte eyeshadow color. The name of it is Kid. It's also by MAC. Close them up for me. We're going to start over in the corner crease in a soft sweeping motion. We're going to start off with very little because we want to make sure that this is going to give us what we want. And we're kind of doing a windshield wiper motion, back and forth. We're going to add a corner crease color, just to add a little bit more depth. This is a dark plum shade. We don't want to add too much drama because we don't want to take away from her dress. So we're just adding a little more depth in the corner. We're going to start with a dark brown gel liner. We want to use a gel liner because we want a sharper effect. Open up for me, Murphy. We're going to start this right in her lash line. We're going to start off thin so that we can make sure that we're not going too heavy. If we go in too heavy, then you basically have to take everything off and start over. So we're going to start off as thin as possible. Close them up for me. Open. This is perfect. I wouldn't go any further than this because the heavier you go with your eyeliner, the more it's going to take away from the lower lid and close the eye in. We want them to remain as open as possible on your wedding day. You always want to start off with a moisturizer before you apply your foundation. This right here is an oil-free moisturizer, but it does have water in it to help hydrate her skin. And it also has time release in it, so as the day goes on, if she was to dehydrate, the time release would kick in and help to hydrate her skin a little more. We're going to start with her foundation. I'm actually going to use a powder and foundation all in one. Starting it by her jawline. And then working my way up. Close them for me. This is going to even out her skin. It's going to allow us not to put too many products on her skin because she's going to have a long day. So we don't want to put too much foundation on her. So we're going to go with the powder and foundation all in one. I'm going to add a little bit of bronzer. This is called Golden Bronzing Powder. And it's just going to add a little bit more color and also give her slight contouring. And we're also going to add her blush color. This is called the Perfect Cheek. We're going to start it back by her ear area And we're going to bring it around to the front apples of her cheek. I'm also going to add a little highlighter on top of the blush color. This is going to give her that glow effect. That is just absolutely one of my favorites on a bride. I like to work it on top of the blush. That way it softens it and it looks like that the blush is coming from underneath her skin. And as I stated before, the color of the bronzer is called Golden. And that's it right there. You're just going to lightly tap it with your brush. Not too much, because if you go in swirling, you're going to get too much and then you're going to end up looking like me. And we don't want that. So we're going to lightly dust it and just give her a little more color. We're going to start with her eyeliner on the lower lash line. Look up for me. This is a color called Embark, and it's actually a dark chocolate burgundy. Her eye color is so pretty, so I'm trying to stay within that color range because that's what's going to pull out her blue eyes the most. And I'm applying this with a 266 angle brush, and you can find that at any MAC counter. Now we're going to start off by applying a lip pencil, color called Spice. And this is like a neutral pinky brownish color. And then we're going to apply a lip color called Brave. This is like a mauve pink. And we want to make sure that we blend these two. We don't want it to be any lines showing. Because if it's not blended, it will show up on her pictures. And now we're completing the look by adding her gloss. Okay, ladies, we have now completed our bridal look for today. I also went back in and I slightly contoured her. I contoured her through her cheek area and along the sides of her nose and on the bridge of her nose. That way it could photograph a little better. And I also went on the inner corner of her lower lids to add a little pop of color so that it can photograph just as well. We are now complete, and I hope you all have learned something today. Thank you.